Hi guys! Consistency has not been one of my strengths on YouTube, has it? Put up a video being like, I'm back, and then there was nothing for like 2 years, but I do have a very good excuse. When I made that video, I had literally just got out of bed after being stuck in bed for like a year. Basically what happened was I got a head injury and I had sustained a severe whiplash injury without knowing, and it went undiagnosed for 8 months because no doctor wanted to look at me during the lockdown, and they just gave me travel sickness pills over the phone, so I had no idea what was wrong with me and why I was dizzy all the time. I couldn't get out of bed for months, and from being stuck in bed for months, my posture got ruined, and I basically developed something called slipping rib, which is where your ligaments overstretch and they don't hold your ribs in properly. So I was getting ribs dislocating, which was I can't even tell you how painful it was. Like, I couldn't breathe, I couldn't sleep because I was just in pain all the time. Hiccups, when you have that, is like torture. And I didn't know what was wrong with me because I went to so many physios and whatever, and they were like, oh, we don't know what's wrong with you. And I finally found someone who was willing to help me, and he was like, oh, it's no wonder you're in pain, you have 3 ribs that are dislocated. So that was fun. That's been a really long recovery process. I'm still not right from it. If I look down for any extended period of time now, my head still feels weird. And I do still have ribs going out, but also the other thing that happened was I developed heart problems, so I get arrhythmia now. So I have to be very careful about overextending myself, really, about sitting still for too long, about not observing good posture, lots of things that I have to be very mindful of now so I don't end up backtracking. So that is why I didn't put any more videos up, because I couldn't look down for editing, and editing takes a long time to do. So I couldn't look down for editing, I couldn't sit in a chair for very long, I couldn't be on a bus for more than 20 minutes without my ribs dislocating. So it has been a journey. Now, I'm much better than I was, but I am still very much affected, so I'm still in pain every single day right now. My neck is killing me. I still can't look right fully. I still get arrhythmia occasionally. It's not nowhere near as bad as it was. I get it like once every 3 months. No, I get it like once a month, and I've had 3 ribs go out in 3 months. So it's not good, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was, and it is getting better. When I made that video, along with the Jazz House announcement of I am back, I was saying that I wanted to be an actor, and I couldn't really ignore that little voice in my head anymore saying you need to be an actor, you need to be an actor. So last year I was very much focused on trying to make that happen. I decided to sign up to my local Amdram group. If you're not a Brit, Amdram basically stands for Amateur Dramatics. I don't know if you have anything like that in the US. Maybe it's called like community theatre or something, but it's not professional. It's a bunch of enthusiasts who get together and put on shows for the public, which is really fun, really good learning curve, great way to find a sense of community. So I was in 2 shows with them. I was in Sarah Pascoe's version of Pride and Prejudice, and I played about 5 characters in that, and I found out a few months ago that I won an award for that. I won the a comedy award from NODA, which is the National Operatic and Dramatic Association. Yes, it says at the top of the certificate. I should have read that really, shouldn't I? Which is pretty cool. They're sort of like I guess a governing body that unites all the different Amdram groups together, and they go around and review you and stuff like that, which is really cool. It's a good, great honour to win that, especially for a comedy award for one of the characters who had about 5 lines in the whole play, and I won an award, but okay. And I also was in Girl on a Train with them as well, which it was difficult. I want to say it's by Duncan Abel, but I can't remember the name of the playwright of that. I was Megan in that, who is the traumatized woman, and that was great. it was hard emotionally, and so I realised that I had to learn to not take characters like that home with me. That was a good learning curve from that. But anyway, I did all of that, and I started to get really serious about applying for drama school. So I did a whole bunch of research on drama schools, and I did a summer school there as well because I was paranoid that I wouldn't be able to physically keep up. I wanted to make sure that I could do the work, so I did a week-long summer school there. And I managed to keep all my ribs in place for the whole 2-hour journey each way. I managed to keep up in the classes and everything like that, so I thought, okay, well, I can do this. So I applied this summer, and I got in. I got into a drama school in London, so I am now officially a drama school student. So I want to do a bunch of videos about my experience with that, because there are not that many people that I'm aware of on YouTube who are mature students coming into this career later in life. And I think it would be either interesting or inspiring or hopeful or realistic for anyone else who is wanting to pursue this career but you're thinking I'm too old, because that's nonsense. There was a guy on my course a year before me who was in his mid-70s, so it's never too late to do it, firstly. So yeah, I want to do a bunch of videos around that and about drama school in general, my experience, how I got in, how I chose my school, things like that that might be useful to other people, because when I was trying to figure this out, I couldn't actually see a whole lot of information out there that wasn't in sort of, I guess, drama schools promoting themselves, or, you know, student forums slagging off each other and things like that. I wanted to have, you know, my experiences of a real person that are, I guess, objective, and also just sort of reviewing my experience, sharing this, so it's also a record for me for when I look back at this in 10 years time and I can be like, I've had a career, I have not had a career. I think it'd be interesting to see the evolution of this anyway. But I want to get ahead of myself and set a few expectations, so you will notice that the quality of this video is nowhere near the production value of the last one, because I just don't have time. I'm over a week into my Christmas holidays now, and this is my first day off. Every other day I've been doing homework for school, so I have very, very little spare time. I hardly have weekends anymore. All my evenings are spent working, learning lines, doing school stuff. It is all consuming, so I have very, very little time, and doing the lovely setup and all the lovely fancy editing and everything and the cool sound and whatever is time consuming, and I just don't have time. So for me, it's better that I do this and put it up and have it less shiny than wanting it to be perfect and then not doing it because I just don't have the time. I also don't have any idea what my upload schedule is going to be like for this, because I know that during term time I'm going to be so busy I won't have time to do anything. So I'm thinking, well, I have a couple of days during my holidays. I'm just going to try and batch my way through this. So I will be wearing the same clothes, but they'll just be sort of chopped up into, I guess, shorter videos with specific titles, so that when people want to look through it, then it's easy to find what they want to find out about, I guess. So yeah, things that I can't remember if I said this or not. My brain is like so scrambled from doing panto that I can't think straight anymore. But some of the things that I want to cover are things like choosing a drama school, the audition process, because mine was weird. What the first week is like, what an average day is like in drama school, what it takes to survive drama school generally and as a mature student, some of the things that you need to know before you apply, if you're trying to decide whether you should just jump into the industry or go to drama school, weighing up the pros and cons of that, because that's something I had to do as well. Yeah, stuff like that. That's kind of what I want to be discussing, so keep an eye out for those in my next video. Bye.